What's up, everyone? Welcome to the stream. Average Chatter, episode 14, with the legendary Tassie Gamer, folks. So, for those who don't know, Tassie, well, he's from Tasmania. And I'm actually from Tasmania myself. Grew up there my whole life and moved to New Zealand here 10 years ago. So it's actually really cool that I came across Tassie, got to meet him, got to know him, and bringing him on the show today. You know, two Tassies together, two Aussies together, having a chat, talking about, our journeys on Twitch, talking about streaming, talking about content creation and everything that's involved and everything that we've learned over the however many years or months that we've been streaming. For me, it's a matter of 1 year, a little bit over 1 year, but we're going to get to know more about Tassie and his journey along the way. So, yeah, it's going to be really great to get to know him and get to know, what he's learned. Get to know him as a person and as a streamer, as a content creator, and, pick his mind about certain subjects that we're going to be talking about today. And if we have time towards the end, maybe play a game. We'll see how we go. 9 times out of 10, we don't make it to the end for a game. 9 times out of 10, we're just busy talking and having a good time talking about mutual passion that we have for streaming. But welcome on in, everyone. I appreciate you coming by, joining us. As you may or may not have seen on social media or in the Average Army Discord, this will probably be my only scheduled stream this week, just because I have a few IRL things that I've got to take care of. Got some painting work to do. But I will be trying to make up for them by doing some random streams in my evenings. So keep an eye out for those. Keep an eye out for some promotions, advertisements and stuff out there on social media. What I'll be playing, what I'll be doing, I do not know. But keep an eye out. I'm going to try to get some Sea of Thieves in there. But we'll see how we go. Just keep an eye out on those socials. I'll post them in the chat for you to have a look at. So if you're not following me on social media, be sure to check out one or all of those links, and they'll take you to my social media pages, and you'll be able to keep up to date with everything that I'm doing, whether it's on stream, off stream, or just in general. But let's bring on good old Tassie, and we'll get into it. Let me just unmute and then change scene. There we go. That should work.
Hopefully.
Hey, there we go. We can hear you.
Hey.
Gaming Head, thank you so much for the sub. 3 months. Currently on a 2-month streak. Let's go. Well, first and foremost, I'd like to give Tassie, I'd like to give you a shout out, mate. So everyone can get your link and go check your stuff out. And a shout out for Gaming Head there as well. But mate, thank you so much for joining me on Average Chatter, episode 14.
Thank you for the invite. Even though I kind of invited myself, but it's cool.
That's absolutely fine, mate. It saved me having to look for someone. I didn't have to think. So that worked for me just fine. Excuse me, I do have a little bit of a cough.
Give me a second.
Yeah, all good. Mine too.
Now I'm good.
Sweet.
I've got to watch how I turn and stuff like that.
Ooh. Yeah, fair enough. All right. Well, first and foremost, mate, do you want to tell us, who you are and a little bit about yourself?
Hello, everyone. If you don't know already, my name is tassiegam3r. I am a variety streamer over in Tasmania, as Average would have mentioned. I'm also a full-time content creator and a part-time dad. Who, my daughter is the main reason now for me for streaming. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, from Tassie, one of the best places in the entire world. Kids got a concert tonight, but I got you up while we get ready. No worries, Witchy. Thank you very much. Yeah, as I said, folks, I'm from Tassie myself and grew up there. It's a miracle that me and Tassie haven't met sooner, but as small as the place is, there's a lot of people, so you never know. We probably crossed each other's path a trillion times and never knew it. But beautiful spot.
Yeah.
And it's full of some pretty awesome people. But yeah, Tassie, once again, thanks for joining me on here, mate. So you said you've been streaming on. Oh no, you didn't say how long you've been streaming on Twitch. How long
No.
have you been streaming on Twitch?
Since 2017.
Oh, wow.
I've been on there beforehand.
Yep.
I was primarily a YouTuber, and then I was doing live streams with friends that I was using Restream a couple of times to
Oh, yeah.
Restream to YouTube and to Twitch.
Right.
But the not like full-time streaming on Twitch, but I made the switch just primarily to stream on Twitch since 2017.
Wow. Okay. So you've been at it for a while.
Yes.
And started off on YouTube, much like myself actually. I started off on there and then made the switch over. Yeah, what's that? 6 years?
Yeah, 6 years. Yeah.
And you've been streaming seriously the whole time, or just sort of really got stuck right into it recently, or?
I got stuck into it recently when it's been coming for a while. You know, I've been jobless for like 4 years, unemployed.
Yep.
And it was only like a couple of years ago that I come down with a bout of cellulitis. And ever since then, my joints in my knees and usually in my hands and stuff like that have just get really sore. Okay. So it's kind of hard for me to get a job where I was working previously, and that was in warehousing, because I can't pick up heavy stuff anymore.
Right.
But you know, it was only about 6 months ago.
Okay.
Anywhere between 4 to 6 months ago, where I decided to turn streaming into like a career. Just so that I can actually do what I can and do what I love.
Yeah.
And help support my daughter at the same time.
That's awesome. Well, it's definitely a good reason too to actually put your heart and soul into something. You know, you want to do it for your kids, which is brilliant, dude. And you've definitely been doing that. You know, I see you all over the place on TikTok, on Twitter, and you know, your streams are very entertaining. You know, when I'm conscious to be there, because time difference, I'm usually climbing into bed as you're live, unfortunately, but I usually try my best to at least stop in, say good day and what's up, and you know, so. But your streams are always good, man. Doesn't matter what you're playing. You're always very engaging with the audience. You're always talking to people, welcoming people in, whether they're new or whether they've been following you for a while. Excuse me. So you're always very welcoming, you know, and your community is also very welcoming as well. So you're building a great community with that, which is brilliant.
I always try to build a good rapport with everyone that comes into stream.
Yeah, for sure.
Not necessarily befriend them, but you know, if I can sit there and you know talk to them, get to know them, you know, and that sort of stuff. I feel it's like I like to call it the snowball effect.
Yeah,
because you're nice to one person, and then they can spread the word around about how welcoming and all that sort of stuff you are, which brings them all in. Like it just word of mouth is the greatest tool of all.
Oh, absolutely. And you know, that applies to so many other things outside of streaming too, like small businesses and things, which is exactly what streaming is, mind you. Streaming is a small business, and word of mouth is one of the best, if not the best, version of advertising and promotion that you can possibly have. You know, so if you can build, as you said, a good rapport with new people that are coming into your stream, they're going to go to someone else and say, hey, you've got to check this guy out. I went into his stream the other day, he welcomed me in, he was playing a cool game, you know, and we were talking and having conversations about this and that and X, Y, Z. So, you know, that's a great thing to do.
Yeah.
So, You said you've been streaming for about 6 years, and you've been really getting stuck into it lately for the past 4, was it?
4 to 6 months, yeah.
Yep. I was going to say years, but thank you for the correction.
I mean, I've been somewhat seriously streaming. I would say serious when this whole TOS thing and the being banned for like minuscule things. So I've been watching what I've been saying, and I've been trying not to stream a lot of music and all that sort of stuff because I love Twitch. It's I like meeting new people from around the world, and I like making new friends and that sort of stuff. So I was treading on eggshells for a while, just in case because I didn't want to get banned.
Yeah. It's doing all the things that we've just spoke about. That's really the core and the meaning of networking. And talking about the music and stuff too. It can be difficult to find the right music to use without getting in trouble.
Yeah.
I myself, I tend to use a lot of Harris Heller playlists, stream beats, because he makes music for streamers that is 100% DMCA free, and it's great music. He's got everything from lo-fi, hip hop, rock, EDM, all sorts of stuff. So there's really something to cater for everyone, which is great. So when it comes to your streams, what do you tend to stream mainly? Like what games or what subjects? Like do you do just chatting like myself, or is it mainly just gaming? And if it, what games and so on and so forth?
Well, I always start off with just chatting, even if it's for half an hour.
Yep.
It gives me a chance to catch up with my community. Gives me a chance for me to also catch them up on certain things that are happening at the same time. A lot of people come in, and if I have followers offline, I could take the followers then while I'm just chatting, and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get right into a topic, and it usually lasts for an hour or 2 hours. Usually it's half an hour. Game wise, I love horror games. I love survival games.
Yep.
RPGs. Fortnite, yes, Fortnite's oversaturated, and I'm trying not to stream as much. But we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
I tend to stay away from Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Because it's just I don't like. Back in the day, it was perfect. Now it's just.
Yeah, it's a real catch-22 when you play an oversaturated game like Fortnite or Call of Duty, because it's popular. Don't get me wrong, it's very popular, but that's also the problem. It's very popular. Everyone's streaming it and everyone's watching it. I mean, you've got however many hundreds of millions of people here on Twitch, and probably a majority percentage are streaming Call of Duty, especially with Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2 coming out today, actually, I think. People are going to be streaming that left, right, and center. And it's just going to be hard to distribute those views between everyone in a manner of speaking. And it's going to be hard to capture an audience when there's so many people doing the exact same thing. You really got to set yourself apart if you want to make something out of that content, which I'm not able to do when it comes to Call of Duty or Fortnite, because I'm not good at the game.
I'm not good at the game either.
Yeah, so I don't have that skill behind me where people are like, oh dude, this guy's cracked, you got to go and watch him. I don't have that. I don't have that ability. So I'm not gonna lie, I thought you'd say left, right, and good night. I mean, I could have. It was a missed opportunity. But it's hard to set yourself aside of those sorts of games, which is where I'll play Assassin's Creed and, you know, games like that. Sea of Thieves, where it's not as saturated, but it's still a very enjoyable game.
Yeah.
Um,
And I've tried to set myself apart with Fortnite.
yeah.
I did a challenge. I think it was the start of the year. It was like 100 crowns with no builds.
Wow. That's
I
a challenge.
That was a challenge, and I gave up after about 5
Oh wow.
because it was just like I can't do this. I think I set myself too high with 100 wins, and it just got to the point where I wasn't really enjoying the game.
Yeah.
So,
and I see also recently you've been playing a bit of The Forest. You know, when I popped in your stream last, you've been playing The Forest, which is
yes,
my favourite, second favourite survival game that I've ever played. Like, as I said to you in the chat, I've probably finished it a good 12 to 15 times roughly without actually knowing, but it's definitely up there.
Yeah.
I love the game, and I'm really excited for the second one, Sons of the Forest. But,
yes, same.
Dude, it's such a great game, and I could have sat there for days and just watched you play that.
What makes it even better is that our game is so glitchy. We don't know how it happened and we don't know what happened, but it's been so glitchy lately, and it just makes for great content.
It does. You know, the game, it's not perfect. It still really does need updating and a lot of patches and things like that. But the developers seem to have just left it like it because people seem to enjoy the flaws of the game.
Yeah.
You know, like I've got one save at the moment, which I've said that I've started building a base that fills in the sinkhole in the middle of the map.
Butthole.
Yeah, and that was over 8,000 logs just for the foundation, and that's as far as I've gotten so far on that build. But if it wasn't for the duplication glitch in that, I wouldn't be anywhere near that far. You know, cutting down trees manually with an axe or chainsaw.
Oh god, yeah.
That would take way too long. So I'm kind of glad that these glitches and bugs are still in there, and you're still able to use them. You know, you can choose to play it genuine, like, you know, pure, without any purposeful glitches and bugs. Or you can take advantage of them and do what I did and just spawn log on log on log on log and build away. But it's a brilliant game overall. And if people haven't played it yet, I do suggest going to check out The Forest and give it a go. If you enjoy survival games, you can do everything from building log cabins to effigies made from body parts that you can set on fire and explore caves, go scuba diving, all sorts of stuff. So it's a great game, and I do recommend checking it out. And if you're looking for a good guide, check out Tassie and his stream of The Forest, and you'll be able to see what it's all about. He's just like, no, don't.
I mean, come check me out, but I ain't no guide.
Whenever I see people playing The Forest for the first time, like Ark Zombie, if you're familiar with him.
No.
Ark Zombie, he's recently just started playing, and I said, well, if you need someone to help you out, let me know. I'll come and help you out. I won't tell you what's going on, but if you're stuck and you're just like, well, what do I do next? I'm able to tell you that. I'm a good forest guide. Shay, what's up, man? Welcome on in, bro. Always good to see you, Shay. Hope you're doing well, my dude. Hope you're having a great week so far. It's Tuesday for you guys, I believe, at the moment. Wednesday here for me and Tassie. Well, here for Tassie, me, and there for Tassie and Tassie.
Yeah, Tassie and Tassie.
Working as usual. Boo, work. Boo.
Yeah, boo.
Oh.
It's my day off, so boo, work, boo.
So we've already been over what sort of inspired your streaming. It was, you know, your kids and, you know, wanting to provide for them because you can't work 100% because of a few health problems and things like that.
Yeah, but doesn't mean I'm not looking for something casual.
Exactly.
But yeah, but at the moment, until then, this is streaming is my main source of income, as well as some government stuff as well, because the government doesn't really count streaming as viable career.
No, I mean
Um,
fair enough, but no.
yeah. But even if I was working in casual job, I reckon streaming would be like my main source as well.
Yeah.
Because I'm 40. I'm not getting any older. I mean, I'm not getting any younger. Of course, I'm getting older. I'm not getting any younger, so this is a good opportunity for me to actually, do what I love.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, people from our generation, when we were kids, we often said to ourselves and our friends, geez, imagine getting paid to play video games. I'm sure there's a conversation that a lot of us have had. And look at us, we're here now, getting paid to play video games.
Yeah.
I mean,
exactly.
That's a dream come true for many of us, no matter how much we're making, whether it's monthly or fucking yearly, no matter what our payouts are, we're still getting paid to play video games. That's brilliant. Yep. That is literally a dream come true.
And talking to complete strangers over the internet.
Yeah. Which my parents always told me not to do, but here we are.
Yeah, exactly.
Scarlett, what's up? Welcome on in. How are you today? Oh, that's me, not Scarlett. I don't want to shout myself out. Oops. There we go. So when it comes to you as a streamer and your channel, what are some of your long and/or short-term goals?
Short term, 2,000 followers by the end of the year.
Yep.
Long term, partner and make a suitable living of streaming.
Nice, good goals. So have you got like, I don't know, I guess sub goals where you're going to sort of aim for that gets you closer to those goals? Like,
at 2,000, I'm going to dye my beard.
Nice. What color are we going?
That'll be the community's choice.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Which could not work out in my favor.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say purple because purple's my favorite color. So I'm loving your background lighting too, by the way.
Yeah, Twitch color. Twitch rep.
There we go. All right. So you've got the beard dyeing challenge. Is there anything else that you've sort of set in place as a stepping stone to these short and long term goals?
Oh, sorry, you have to repeat that again.
Oh, good. So is there any other like stepping stone goals that you've set in place that are going to sort of help you get to those short or long term goals that you've set for yourself?
Well, yes. Hopefully 1,900 by the end of November, which leaves me like a month to get the other 100 to reach the 2,000.
Nice.
Other than that, not really.
Okay.
I've always been under the the thing, if I only want people that follow me that like my content.
Yeah, definitely.
Not because they're there to hit a goal or anything like that.
Yeah.
Because I like people to stick around and if they, especially if they enjoy what I do.
Yeah, for sure. So like, as much like myself, I always, I don't know, it might come from being a tradesman. I have the big job of, say, one day reaching partner. So I have all these mini goals set out, take a big job, break down smaller jobs. So I've gone, start a TikTok, done that. Post 2 times a day, I've started doing that. Start posting shorts to YouTube, I've started doing that. The next goal I'm going to be aiming for is to start making longer form content for YouTube. So I'm going to be teaching myself how to use like CapCut or DaVinci Resolve. Lil Witch here in the chat, she's actually been using DaVinci Resolve, so she can show me how to use that as
I
well.
I use DaVinci as well for my TikTok.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. Oh well, I mean, I use Streamladder for my TikToks to turn my clips into TikTok formats,
Okay.
and then I go through DaVinci Resolve to add the follow thing, the animation that you see on my TikToks.
Yeah, I thought you just used Streamlat, the paid version of Streamladder or something, and you used the stickers that were on that.
No, I mean, I have got the paid version of Streamladder, but that's only because I like the circle base cam
Yeah, definitely.
option, and that's only you can only get that through the paid version.
Yeah. No, I'm a tight ass. I won't pay for
Yeah,
it. so I'll try to use as much free things as I can before I start paying for anything. But Canva is probably something I'm going to be paying for at some point soon because it's a brilliant program to use. You know,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like that's what I used to make the promotions for Average Chatter. You know, where it's got your clips and stuff in there and date and blah blah blah. But brilliant program, brilliant browser.
Really. Yeah, I've made my alerts through Canva.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah,
You know, I love it. Like I could sit on there for ages. I mean, even my panels in my about section made through Canva.
same. Yeah, same.
Well, it's an amazing, like, folks. If you're looking for something to make promos on TikTok or Instagram or wherever, Canva. Go to Canva. Not so much the phone app. The phone app is pretty shitty. Use the browser if you can.
Yeah, browser would be so much better.
Yeah, like in the past, I tried to use Canva on the phone, and it put a bad taste in my mouth about Canva. And people are telling me, "Oh, you use Canva." Dogs howling.
It sounded like one of them emergency
Right? Every time
horns.
an ambulance or cop goes past the house, that's his reaction to it.
Oh, right.
It's real weird. But yeah, like it put a bad taste in my mouth, the mobile version. People telling me to use Canva. I'm like, shit, why would I want to use that?
Yeah.
But then they said, no, use the internet browser. So I went and did that, and I was like, oh, okay. Now we're talking.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
It's a twister, Auntie M. What you talking about, Willis? But yeah, I'm good, thank you, Phoenix. We've got legendary Tassie gamer here with us today. We're talking about his journey on Twitch, talking about content and streaming, and you know, he's a fellow Tasmanian, much like me. Even though I'm in New Zealand now, I was born and raised in Tassie, much like him. So yeah, we're just sort of having a bit of a chill conversation about a mutual passion that not only we have in common, but with you guys here in chat as well. The dog howling sounded like a tornado siren. It really did, or like one of those World War II air raid sirens.
Yeah.
I was waiting for him to start off again because I did it. All right, so you know, some of your inspirations and motivations, as we spoke about before, your children and stuff like that.
Child.
But what else would contribute to those motivations and inspirations for you streaming?
Being able to meet people from around the world, I think, is number one. Doing something that I love, you know, gaming for me has been an escape from reality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel that.
Especially, you know, back when I was doing a 9 to 5, I would just game just to relax and and chill out and stuff like that. So to meet like-minded people that, you know, have the same sort of ideals about gaming and that sort of stuff, I think that's another big factor as to, you know, why I love streaming so much.
Yeah. No, I can definitely relate to that as well. You know, coming back from work after a long day, You know, you have your dinner, you spend time with your partner or your family or whatever, and then come night time when you've got that me time, um, to kick back and just roam an open world game, or have a race on a racing game, or just shoot the shit out of someone on Call of Duty, or punch the piss out of someone on UFC. You know, whatever your
Yeah.
flavor is, it's just a perfect escape from the real world and the troubles and tribulations that we face every damn day. You know, the world out there is bloody horrible. But
Yes.
in the game, we can do whatever we want, whenever we want, however we want, and that feeling is relieving. You know,
Yes. Yeah.
so I can definitely assimilate to that, and it is a good motivator and inspiration at the end of the day because it's what makes you happy.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You know, and if it makes you happy, then you deserve to be doing it, and why not do it?
Yeah.
So, as a streamer and during your journey so far on Twitch, what would you say have been some of your greatest challenges, obstacles?
For a while there, growing.
Hmm.
See, back in the days, we're going back 2017.
Yep.
There wasn't TikTok, there wasn't Instagram, there wasn't YouTube Shorts or stuff like that. So we talked about before this, hitting the go live button, hoping to grow.
Yeah.
Back in 2017, that's pretty much the only thing that you could do, except for maybe post on Twitter. But yeah, I think back in that day, it was just finding an audience, trying to grow. These days, not trying to stream, trying to find the not so oversaturated games.
Yeah.
Or I say to people who start streaming, play what you love.
Absolutely. Yep.
But if you streaming, if you wanted to play something like Fortnite or Call of Duty or something like that, just beware that it is an oversaturated game, that people are streaming it and you're not likely to grow as much.
Yeah. It's going to be a lot harder. I mean, we were talking about this pre-stream, about a certain individual on Twitter, and they were talking about struggling to grow, and that this part really pissed me off when you told me this, but women have it easier.
Right. If you said like something like, if I was a woman with big tits, I would have had more views. Yeah,
it's like that's not the case. It's just your content's crap. I mean, you were telling me about some of his titles. Hey, bro, come hang out.
Bro, come watch the stream.
Yeah,
bro, come watch the stream. And then grinding for affiliate. I hate that word when it comes to streaming.
Right.
Grinding.
Right. It's you get out as much as you put in, and it sounds like this person wasn't putting in a lot of effort, a lot of thought. They weren't investigating into the things that they were struggling with.
Yeah. And then when people did point that stuff out, he's like, "Oh, but I'm entertaining. I put content out." Like his idea of content is like, I just did a 5-hour stream, and then I like the hours you put into a stream doesn't make content.
No.
What you do in that stream is.
Exactly. Like here today, you and me having this interview. The content I get out of it are the questions I ask and the answers you give to those questions. That's the content I get out.
Yeah.
And within that content, it gives exposure for me. It gives exposure to you. People are going to go, oh, the average gamer, he does it just chatting. And, they're talking about things that I can relate to. And then they'll see you and they're like, oh, tassiegam3r, he's giving replies to these questions that I can definitely relate to. I've had those troubles as well, and I've done that and done this, or I need to do what he's talking about. So there's so much that can come out of just this. You know,
Oh yeah.
but when you're playing a game, like, you know, throw out some chain kills if you're playing Call of Duty or Fortnite. You know, there's great
Yeah.
programs out there like Eclipse GG that'll automatically capture kill streaks.
I love Eclipse.
Right? It's brilliant. But
Yeah.
like, that's great for me on Sea of Thieves and Fortnite and all that. Because if I get 3 or 4 kills in a row, boom, there's a clip for me to throw out, and that's content. You know,
Yeah.
and usually I'm talking a little bit of shit as I'm doing it, so that makes it even better.
Oh yeah.
You know, or
And saying and going on the long form content, especially when I've been streaming Fortnite, you know, I get a weekly thing from Eclipse. It was just showing like kills and that sort of stuff. And then I use that to download and to put that on my YouTube as a sort of long form content.
yep. Yeah, like if you can break down a stream, a 2, 3, 4 hour stream into, I don't know, like 8 to 10 minutes, then there's your long form content for YouTube. But it's where and how you break it down that really has the capture effect, and that's something that I'm learning before I start to get into it myself. And once I've learned enough, I'm going to put it into practice. But yeah, if you can break it down, you know, interesting section, you know, whether it's action, whether it's conversation, or just a bunch of funny, stupid shit.
Yeah.
It's all content and it's all going to work, but it's just how you do it and what kind of audience or what kind of demographic you're hoping to reach out to.
Yeah.
But yeah, like going back to the growth thing, like you need to put out good titles, hooks. You know, like
Yes, I've been watching Dom, the TikTok auditor.
Yep.
I don't know if you've seen him.
Yep, seen him quite a bit.
And he talks about how you have a hook or at the start of the stream, start of your TikTok videos, and I pretty much every TikTok video that I have, if I think I try to put something at the start of it, with like a trending voice over it, you know.
Yeah, no, like trending sounds and stuff on TikTok, you can use them, but get a really shit outcome because it's what you do with it, you know. And it's the same with absolutely everything. Everything has to relate to that. You can use something that's trending, do something that's trending, but it's how you do it and how you deliver it that makes the impact.
The Blade Runner soundtrack, the sound.
Which one's that?
And the one that goes.
I'm not sure if I've heard it.
I use it on my. I have a thing where because it seems like a mysterious type of thing, so I always use that sound on my glitchy forest clips.
Oh, I think I know the one now. Yeah. Okay.
Because it's a running theme. Because it's like a mysterious thing. The glitches, we don't know what's going on, so it's a mystery to us.
Yeah. And that works. You know, it incorporates to a theme or a situation or, you know, something that you guys personally are coming across constantly, so you're able to put out cool content with a mysterious sound, which really adds to the reception of that video.
Yeah.
That's brilliant, you know. Folks, take notes.
I'm my own worst enemy. I'm my own worst critic, I should say, when it comes to content.
Oh yeah.
If it's not perfect in my eyes, I don't put it out.
I'm much the same. You know, I'm my own worst critic. I'll look at a TikTok that I'm about to put out and I'll hesitate. But I've sort of pushed myself into the mindset now. Well, not even so much a mindset. I just close my eyes, hit send, do it. Just do it.
Yeah.
If it does bad, it does bad. You know, it's a learning curve. But if it does great, awesome.
Yeah.
You know, so it can be hard to not judge yourself or even compare yourself to others and other people's success or other people's content or whatever.
But just going on TikTok and promoting your Twitch, I see a lot of people that put their Twitch handle on something that probably isn't even Twitch related.
I'm guilty of doing that a few times. Sometimes I just do it because, 9 times out of 10, I try to turn anything into about streaming or about my streaming or about my channel. So it does work,
but if you're sitting there talking about, I don't know, just say you're sitting there talking about dogs or something like that, and you've got your Twitch handle on your thing, you're like, why?
Yeah, is this guy a dog streamer? Does he stream his dog? That's not a bad idea. Ideas.
Dog cam.
Phoenix Fire says, I'm the same, but I think my content isn't that good. Oh, mate, your content's pretty decent. I'm not going to lie. I've seen a few of your clips, and they're pretty good. They're pretty good. You got to have a little bit more confidence in yourself, and sometimes you just got to do it. Nike, just do it.
Just do it. Yeah.
But you mentioned before that you have a daughter.
Yes.
So how do you balance streaming and content creation with being a dad? That can be a tricky balance between family.
It can be, but like I said before, I'm a part-time dad, so she lives with her mum. And then the days that I do have they are her days.
Definitely.
So that I essentially just take the day off content creating, off streaming.
Yep.
Oh well, I would say the day. Because I have it on the afternoon on Wednesdays and have usually till like 3 o'clock on Sundays. So in that amount of time, that's her time. So I don't do anything content wise. I don't stream. She wants to be on stream with me. Trying to push her away from that at the moment because she's not quite old enough.
Yeah. It can be, you got to prioritize family over this stuff. Family is always number one priority. So
yeah,
that's really great advice. Put everything aside for your family, because at the end of the day, there's nothing more important. But when it comes to if your kids want to stream themselves or join you on stream, that can be tricky as well, because they don't understand the dangers that come with this for children.
Yeah, I have that problem with her now when she adds random people on Roblox. And I'm like, but do you know this person?
Yeah.
No. Why adding them then? You got to be careful.
You really do. Like, people are out there for malicious purposes. Not everyone, and definitely a small percentage, but the danger remains that they are still out there for malicious purposes and reasons, and you got to be aware, and you've got to know how to deal with them and how to weed them out when and if that time comes. And like if and when I have children, if they want to stream and make content, there's going to be very strict rules around when, how, and what.
Yeah. If that time comes with my daughter, I'll be sitting down and talking about the dangers and what to look out for and all that sort of stuff, because I want her to be safe.
Definitely. You don't want her to feel targeted or in danger or threatened or anything like that, because that would ruin the vibe not only for her but for you as well, because then you would 100% be on the defensive. I imagine you'd be right into that chat listening, you motherfucker.
Oh, the amount of time that people have mentioned my daughter in my chat, as a troll, and the amount of times I just seen red and I flew off the handle, not a good look for me, but god damn it, they mentioned my daughter, then that's it. Gloves are off.
Oh, 100%. I don't have kids, but I have nieces and nephews, and I feel the same way about them as I imagine I would a daughter or a son. Um, and I see my niece do lives
Follow
and stuff.
me,
Go follow
everything is
24
alright.
TV. Thank you for that follow.
I'll be the one to tuck you in at night. And if you want to leave, I can guarantee you won't find nobody else like me.
Can't give you a shout out just yet, Gold Baller, but when I'm able, I'll definitely give you one. But welcome in. Thank you for the follow, and welcome to Average Chatter episode 14. We've got tassiegam3r with us, and we're just talking about the journey of Twitch and streaming and content creation. So feel free to ask any questions. Just be sure to use exclamation mark Q before any questions, and they'll get pushed to stream just above here somewhere. And we'll whether it's for me or Tassie or both, we'll answer it as honestly as possible. But yeah, we're just talking about the balance of being a parent and streaming, the dangers of streaming as a parent, and having your child on stream, or if they're wanting to stream themselves. And yeah, that sort of stuff at the moment. Mr. Osiris says, anyone hurts my daughter and they will be digging their own grave. 100%.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
100%, dude. Like, as I was saying, I've seen my niece out there. She's been doing lives on Instagram and TikTok, and I'm just like, you don't know what you're doing. And TikTok is probably the worst place for a young girl to be going live by herself.
Yeah.
And I'm just so concerned. Like, every time I see the live pop up, I'm straight in there just watching. It's like, if I see any creeps, I'll take a ban just to tell you what's up. Because it's terrifying, man. Like, and she's not even my daughter; she's my niece. But that's still the same boat. I'm very protective. But when it comes to this sort of stuff, what advice would you give other streamer parents?
Don't put streaming first.
Absolutely.
If they do become aware about streaming and they got questions, be honest about it.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter is probably like my number one supporter.
They always are.
So she's always asking how streaming's going and that sort of stuff. Yeah, no, just always put your children first. If they need stuff, give them to them.
Absolutely.
Don't ignore them. And it's just all about setting limits, I guess.
Limits and boundaries, 100%. Whether it's like, if you want to stream, I want to be there next to you while you're doing it. I want to help you out with this because A, there's a lot of learning curves. B, there's a lot of dangers out there.
Yeah.
And until you understand that and are able to mitigate these problems when they do come up, I want to be there. So definitely great advice there for other streamer parents out there. So make sure if your child wants to stream, set those boundaries, set those limits, sit there beside them, accompany them, educate them about the dangers, but also show them the good things about it. There's definitely a lot more good things out there about streaming than there are bad, but just like anything else, there's dangers about it.
Yeah.
It's always best to be clear and to the point and, help them learn the ins and outs of everything in every aspect. Again, I'm not a parent, but, I kind of can assimilate to it with the amount of love that I have for my nieces and nephews.
Absolutely.
So, moving on to a bit of, we were talking about networking before, and, what you called the snowball effect and word of mouth and things like that. But when if you were to define networking, what is networking in your opinion?
Definitely not self-promotion, self-promoting in other people's streams.
Oh, tell me about it.
Um,
That's a can of worms.
that is a can of worms, but also at the same time, find people that are similar to your niche,
Mhm.
and follow them and chat to them, and become friends with them, essentially. Posting to social medias, same thing, same thing with anything else, really. If you find someone that's either on TikTok or Twitter, Instagram, that fits your niche, follow them, comment on their stuff, chat to them, all that sort of stuff. Definitely do not self-promo.
No, self-promotion is a big no-no. Going in someone's stream, being like, "Hey, I'm live. Come over to my channel." Don't do that.
No.
Don't go in there and be like, "Oh, I stream this as well." You want to keep it very vague. Just like, "Oh, I play this as well." Not, "I stream this as well."
Yeah. And then if they turn around and ask you if you stream, that's an open thing to say. Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. But don't go dropping links or anything like that.
That's right. And unless it's asked for, don't say it or don't do it. That's probably the biggest thing for me. Unless I ask if you're streaming or ask if you do stream, I don't want to see it in my chat. And if I do, it's going to be removed. And if I have to ask you twice, you're going to be removed.
Another good way of networking that I find is always raid out at the end of streams.
Yeah, whether it's people you know or people you don't know.
And it doesn't matter. People say, bitch about how they get raided with a low number. It doesn't matter what number you have when you're raiding out to.
Not at all.
You're entrusting your viewers with someone else, and they're all going to be very grateful for that opportunity.
100%. I always say that raids, whether it's one person or 1,000, are one of the biggest compliments you can get as a streamer, because you can almost bet that before each raid, that streamer that raided you is saying, "Hey, we're going to raid out to tassiegam3r. He's a great dude, great streamer." So they're already giving you compliments without you being there to their community.
Yeah.
And whether it's one person, 10 people, 1,000 people, they're hearing these great words and they're going into your stream. So they're being introduced to you and you're being introduced to them. So you want to make a really good first impression. And that's where
absolutely
the self-introduction comes in, which is your business pitch, in a manner of speaking.
I suck at those.
I've got a little mental script that I always go through.
If you want a good stream intro, I strongly suggest raid out to a streamer called the Giant Coyote.
Oh yeah,
he has the absolute best stream intro.
Okay.
Because he used to be a professional wrestler.
Oh really?
So cool. He's used to talking and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, like being entertaining and just
and that. So he's like, it's always fun because you raid out to him and then he will like, well, let's roll the intro, and he goes, away we go, and he just starts off, and it's really fast, but you can absolutely hear 100% what he's saying.
Yeah, he's good at putting that delivery out there and like telling people what's up, who he is, what he's about, what he's doing, and all that sort of stuff, which is important.
Yeah,
and they're dot points that you got to think about when you're introducing yourself to new viewers, like who I am, what I do, what I play, how long I've been playing, where I'm from, things like that. And then you just boom, 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 put them out there. Then let's get back to the game. This is what we're playing.
Yeah.
Or doing, not necessarily playing the game. It might be just chatting like this, like
Yeah,
If someone new comes
absolutely.
in here that I don't know, quite often I'll be like, "What's up? I'm the average gamer, you know, variety streamer here on Twitch today. We're doing a just chatting, talking to Tassie Gamer, and we're talking about this and that. So welcome on in, blah blah blah. Enjoy the stream,
Yeah,
So it's quick, straight to the point, and lets people know what's up. But raids, I tend to go into a little bit more detail of where I'm from, what I do, what games I play.
yeah.
But yeah, like it's important to sell that.
Yes, yes, and that I absolutely suck at that. I need to get better at it.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing that I've never been good at is selling myself. And yeah, like we're talking about struggles. I think that's one thing that I struggle on at the moment is selling myself as a streamer,
Mm-hmm.
especially with this being my job and all.
Yeah, but we really do have to treat ourselves like a bottle of milk. We're plain, we're boring, but we have to make ourselves sound advertising or appetizing, I
Yeah,
should say. We have to make ourselves sound exciting. We have to make ourselves, sellable. We have to be. We have to sell ourselves as a product. We have to
yeah,
really hype ourselves up. You know, like whether it's the tone in your voice, the look on your face, um, and what you do, and as I said, what we do, what we play, and all that sort of stuff. So that's something to really consider when it comes to introductions or anything like that. That where you're
yeah,
trying to get people excited for what you're doing and who you are. And there's even classes out there that can help with that sort of stuff. Whether
yeah,
it's voice
yeah,
acting and things like that, and how to deliver your voice to an audience.
yeah. And one thing that I find that I do that I find that I don't know if a lot of people find it engaging. I run a dual PC setup. I have 3 monitors. I have OBS on one monitor,
Yep.
and I'd be reading chat. So I read what's on chat, and then instant I reply, I'm straight looking at the camera
Yeah.
because
Exactly.
I'm then talking to that person.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's important too. Like even though you're not making literal eye contact,
Yeah,
you imagine that little camera right there is their face, and you're just like, "Hey, what's up? Welcome to the stream. How are you? I'm blah, 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 blah." All that
yeah,
stuff. So it's important to do that because then they really feel a connection with you as a streamer, and they're just like, "Oh,
absolutely.
sweet, okay, this guy's talking to me," you know, which is important to make as a person, as a human, to make that contact, that connection.
Yeah,
And that's kind of part of networking as well. You want to make that connection. Whether it's here in stream with chat. You're talking directly at someone. Hey Nova, what's up, dude? Welcome in, man.
morning, Nova.
Good morning, sir. How are you today? As you can see, mate, we've got the awesome Tassie Gamer here with us, my Tasmanian bearded brother from another mother.
This started off as a COVID beard,
Oh, really?
and then it's just kind of stuck around. Yeah,
I've had a beard pretty much my whole life. Since high school, I've had a beard. I went to Exeter High School, and I was the only person to have a beard of some sort and description. It was pretty incredible. Everyone knew me as the guy with a little bit of a beard. Like back then, all I had was like pinstripes down here. It was like a little GT stripe down the middle of the chin.
I had the nosy.
Oh, the nosy.
Yeah, I had the nosy for quite a while. Just a soul patch that's here, and then COVID hit, and then I was like, you know what? I'm not going anywhere. I'll just grow it out. If I don't like it, I could just shave it again, and it's just stuck around since.
Yeah. I mean, easy enough done. And for those who don't know, the nosy, Shannon Noel was a guy who won Australian Idol some years back, and he had this little like soul patch here, sort of like this kind of thing. And great singer, sort of fell off the face of the planet now, but yeah, it was a trend that caught on to a lot of people, and yeah, they started off with this little soul patch, and Now look at him, he's got a beautiful, majestic man mane like me and Bearded Nova.
Yeah. The salt and pepper beard, people call it.
Stuck Chrissy decorations in your beard a few years ago with spray paint. Maybe that's what I could do for Christmas streams. Get some baubles and like, I don't know, part my beard like this or something.
That's actually not a bad idea. Set that as a goal or something.
Yeah, I could like part my beard like that, and then put a bauble on each side.
Yeah,
that's a bloody good idea, mate. That's a bloody good idea. I'm going to do that.
We'll steal that.
Yeah, yeah, definitely stealing that. Nothing wrong with salt and pepper. Oosh, let's go salt and pepper. That's a great band. I'll find photos of Discord. I'll be waiting. So, you know, we're sort of covered networking and what to do, what not to do. You know, don't self-promote in other people's streams, but you definitely want to make new connections and new friends. And making friends is really the basis for all networking.
And also, I just want to add, because it's just come to me before.
Yeah.
If you're streaming, reduce as much dead air as possible.
Yes. Yeah, you don't want...
Exactly.
That.
The amount of streams that I've gone into, because I'm always on the lookout for new streamers or, you know, someone else to, you know, to possibly, you know, collaborate with and stuff like that. But they don't have time to just sit there and go.
Yeah, they're just facing the TV, playing the game.
Oh, hey.
Welcome to stream.
Yeah.
I was like, the fuck is this? I'm out. Like, if I wanted to just watch a game, I'd go to YouTube. You know, people come to the Average Gamer. No. Why? Mrs. Average is in the chat like, no, telling me not to have Christmas decorations in my beard.
Let him. Oh, actually, the three of us could get together, you, me, and Nova, and we can have like a Christmas beard off.
If Bearded Nova doesn't have to shave his beard off.
Oh, yes, of course, yeah.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, Bearded Nova here in the chat, he's doing Movember, but instead of shaving it off and growing a mo, he's set a goal of $1,000 between himself, the jury, and Morph. And if that $1,000 goal is reached, he's going to shave that beautiful man mane off.
Oh, yeah.
But in the case that doesn't happen, I would love to see the three of us have a beard decorating contest.
Yes.
You know, we could do an Average Chatter episode just like this, but with the three of us on. And we can let
little Bob was hanging off.
and we could let the audience decide who's got the best decorations. I mean, mine's already in the shape of an upside down Christmas tree, so.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe I could sort of shave everything else off and just have, you know, this little bit here as the trunk, and then this bit here at green as the tree, and then put some little mini decoration. Oh my god. I'm so inspired right now. I'd love to see the beard off. Little baubles hanging off, right? I think we're onto something great here. You can even get Christmas lights. Bro! I am... It's happening. I am making a Christmas tree beard on my face.
I'm looking this up now.
I am excited to do this. I'll shave all this off, moustache and everything, just to have a Christmas tree beard on my chin. It's happening.
You absolutely can.
It's happening. It's happening. Folks, it's happening. You heard it here first. But we're going to get into December 1st.
Yeah, and that's if Nova hasn't shaved his beard.
Yeah, otherwise it's just between you and me, mate.
Yeah.
I mean, if Nova has to shave his beard off, he might be able to grow back a little bit of, I don't know, tinsel. Oh, I am so excited for that. I'm glad that we had this conversation. Thank you, Bearded Nova, for the insight for the beard decorations and the lights. This is happening. Oh my god. It's why I'm here. Oh, mate, you've gotten me very excited for this now. I'm not going to lie. I mean, you can probably see it on my face. But we're going to take a quick little break. Just need to go to the bathroom. And then we'll come back and get on with some more questions in regards to some follow stuff and social media and all that sort of stuff.
Yep.
Now that we're off the subject of Christmas beard decorations.
You just went from high to low.
Yeah, probably. All right, but we'll be back, folks, so stay tuned. We'll be right back, just taking a real short break, and we will see you soon.
It's pickle time! It really zooms in on my broken tooth, doesn't it? You can tell I've been punched in the mouth once or twice. Oh fuck, you scared the fuck out of me.
Oh my god, I seen him just swimming in it.
Emotional, damn it.
Oh, shit. Fuck a sound alert, just give Little Witch a harpoon.
Mate, we'll sing up a storm, you wait. If I was ever to move to your area, you wouldn't need a babysitter ever again. You just ring me up like, Average, I need a babysitter. No worries, bro, just flick on the Moana and I'll be there in 5. I'll bring the popcorn. Well, I was actually saying to Mrs. Average that we have comfort movies, you know. Sex. Well, we can giggle like a schoolgirl. Oh, alright. This one's closest, it'll do.
Alright, we're back. Where's my camera? There it is. I think I unmuted everything. I did. Okay, we're good. We're back. We're good to go.
Good to go.
Right. So, yeah. Unfortunately, moving on from the excitement of Christmas beard trees. What is your opinion on support and follow for follow? I mean, it's a controversial subject, but I feel like it's a subject that we need to talk about. Especially for those who are new to streaming or considering to, starting streaming.
I am so blunt and so honest when it comes to this sort of shit.
That's good.
Don't ever do it.
100%. I'm with you.
People that do follow for follow or support for support only care about one person. Themselves.
Exactly. Usually full of, follow for follow is hollow.
Yeah.
Support for support, there ain't much thought.
And, we're talking about that individual before we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I told you before stream, it's like I went and checked his account out and their account out. Sorry, I won't specify genders or anything like that. They had 320 something followers,
mm-hmm.
but they haven't been affiliate yet. And I knew straight away as soon as I seen that they do follow for follow.
It's fairly obvious, when you see it. I mean, on average, you tend to only get around 10% of your followership come into your chat. Morph, I believe, covered that in one of his streams and also one of his TikToks, which is, that's pretty much the standard for a lot of people. You'll get 10% of your followership come into your chat.
Yeah.
Admittedly, I started off in follow for follow Discords. I didn't know any better when I started.
No, that's the same when I started.
Yeah.
And especially the support for support one. Well, I can't remember what the name of the Discord was, and I immediately got off there when I realized that it was mainly you had to support the people that are higher up in the roles.
Yep.
To get higher up yourself.
Yep. That's exactly how it goes. It's a pyramid scheme.
Yeah, it's a pyramid scheme,
Yeah.
and I just got off that shit straight away because it's like this is not healthy for me to grow.
It really isn't. I mean, at the end of the day, the guy or girl or whoever at the top, they all get the most out of that Discord or page or whatever it is, whether it's Discord, Facebook, Twitter, wherever, whatever. The person at the top will always get the most. The people under that will get a little bit less, but still quite a lot. And it just sort of dribbles down until the people at the bottom are putting in maximum effort for minimum output.
Yeah.
They're not really getting anything out of it other than some numbers.
Yeah, absolutely.
But at the end of the day, sure, you're going to meet some genuine people within these groups. But it doesn't outweigh the problem of you have, for example, 300 odd followers, but only 2 people come from that group to support you. And 9 times out of 10, they're not even supporting you. They'll pop in for 5 minutes, be like, hey, I'm here, and then they're gone.
And not even that. Most of the time that people that do follow for follow, they go, oh yeah, we'll do follow for follow. You follow them, they follow you, and then probably 5 minutes later, they'll unfollow you again.
Yep, I've seen that happen time and time and time again. And it's really unfortunate that things like this happen. Ever since I learned what I've learned, I tell people, go by someone's channel, talk to them, interact with them. If you like what you see, then follow them. If you don't like what they're playing, if you don't like them as a content creator or a streamer, don't follow them.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Now, the one sub for sub, yes, I always forget about sub for sub. I need to add that into my list so I do not forget about it. But sub for sub is also rubbish. Because sure, you're going to get the $4 or whatever you get out of it, but there's nothing else in it. There's no interactivity, there's no engagement, there's no conversation, there's no future for it at all.
No, absolutely.
Seen that with some other streamers when they lost subs because they didn't sub in return. Yeah, exactly. For people to sub, you really got to have something to offer. Whether it's, like some people have emotes and things for subscribers and different emotes for followers and so on and so forth. So that's that's one of many reasons that you can give. Some subscribers you can be like, okay, you get the ability to come and join me on stream. Other subscribers can be like, okay, you can have special access to this channel in my community Discord, or
Say that, yeah. I have the thing because someone, they're spending $7.99 for a month, so I want to make that so that if they choose to keep it, they can. So they have their emotes. They have the ability to join me on community games. They have first preference. But they'll also have a special role in my Discord, which unlocks every channel apart from the private ones that I have.
Yep, and that's just it. Like, I'm very new when it comes to making Discord, so I'm still working out things like that. But I'll get there once I figure it out. But I have the intention of making all kinds of special things for subscribers, whether it's tier 1, 2, or 3. More emotes I'll eventually get around to. They're expensive, so that's going to take a little bit of time. But you gotta offer things for people to subscribe to you, not just like, hey, if you subscribe to me, I'll subscribe to you.
Yeah, no, it doesn't work like that.
No, but like follow for follow, sub for sub, support for support. It's not worth it. Only follow, support people that you enjoy watching. And, you know, if we all do that, the place is going to be a lot more pure, a lot more entertaining, and, you know.
So yeah, I follow you, I follow Nova, I follow PS2 Fat Boy. I follow a lot of people, but I don't expect them to follow me back.
No, neither.
If they choose to come into my stream, you know, I'm just happy if they come in and watch. You know,
Yeah.
if they want to come check out what the stuff is like. If it's not their cup of tea, you know, I'm not going to hold them at gunpoint and say follow me. You know,
Exactly. You know, like, and as you said, I'll follow people because I find them enjoyable. I will never expect to follow back or anything because of that. If they choose to, fine, that's cool. Whatever. I would. Good on you, Phoenix.
there was a TikTok that I re-stitched one day, and this guy was going on about how he finds it annoying that you raid someone and they know who you are, but they don't bother to come and go and check out your channel or follow you instead. And I'm like, it's not how raiding works.
No.
You know, you raid someone because you like their content, you know?
And you want to share that content with your community.
Yeah.
You know, like, hey, they're doing something really cool, really unique, so I'm going to send a raid over. Like, for example, Yonug Gaming, if you're familiar with him.
No.
Oh,
I've got to check. There's new people I've got to check out. Okay.
Like, Yonug, when he gets raided, he has this scene that comes up, which is very much like Marvel. You know how all the different characters of Marvel zoom by on the screen with the music playing?
Yeah.
Well, he's got that, but like instead of having Marvel characters, it's him in different costumes that he's worn. And, you know, it tells you all about him and, you know, what he's worn in the past costume-wise and about his stream, and it's fucking fantastic. So I've raided him just because I want people to see that. It's like, you got to see this, it's fucking cool. We're going to go raid Yono. You know, and Bit of Nova can you know, attest to this because he loves it as much as I do. I've checked out Pods of Taz, but I do find it hard on my schedule to make it there. But support TikTok and anywhere else I can. Absolutely, support comes in many forms, Nova. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. It zooms out to say Yognug instead of Marvel. It's a one for the one, almost. Absolutely, like it's so cool, man. I'm so jealous.
That's why my raid alert is the He-Man sound.
Yeah.
And instead of going like by the power of Grayskull, I have the powers like by the power of Grayskull, I've been raided.
Yeah, look, and that's just it. Whether it's sounds, clips, introductions, whatever is unique to you as a content creator / streamer, that's one of probably many reasons that people raid into you. But because when you get raided, you make a big deal about it. But then it might be some other reason why people raid you. It could be your personality. It could be the game you're playing. It could be a mixture of both. It could be a mixture of all of that. You know?
Exactly.
But you know, as Beardo said, support comes in many shapes or forms. Whether it's liking, sharing TikToks, Instagram posts, Twitter posts, all that sort of stuff.
See, that's I know that Nova, he schedules and stuff like that, but he does show love on TikToks and he shows love on Instagram and on Twitter too.
Yep. You know, retweets and quoted retweets. Chef's kiss. You know, if you can retweet someone's tweet and then put a quote on top of it, even it makes it more impactful for other people to see. It doubles their chances of being seen.
The last quoted tweet I did, we were talking about that individual. Looks like earlier this morning. I quoted this tweet and I said, "Hey, someone left the door open and the dumbass got out."
It has its multi-purposes. You can use it for positive reasons, or you can use it for reasons to be like, don't do what this person did. So it's got educational purposes, it's got supportive purposes, Twitter's just great for all kinds of things at the end of the day. So when it comes to social media and stuff like that, as we're talking about, what advantages versus possible disadvantages does social media have for streamers, in your opinion?
Especially TikTok and Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, it's a great way to grow.
It is.
The disadvantages of it, though, is that you're trying to reach others, like you're trying to reach, like, especially like Twitch, Twitter, Twitch Talk, Twitch, Instagram. A lot of other people that use that are streamers themselves.
Yeah.
So that is also a bit of a disadvantage. But the good outweighs the bad pretty at the same time.
Oh, it definitely does. It definitely does. I mean, and I suppose one of the other disadvantages are like trolls and shit.
Oh, yeah.
So, but again, the good people outweigh the bad, but the disadvantages are there as well.
Yeah, we talk about self promo. I posted a Fortnite video with a couple of nice sniper kills.
Yep.
That I had out there, and one of the comments was like, "Yo, bro, you should come check out my channel because I do a couple of nice shots as well." And I'm like,
"No, I'm good."
Yeah, no.
Yeah, delete that comment later, Bolt. See, that's it does have its doubles, as Bearded Nova put it when I was talking to him here on Average Chatter. It's a double-sided sword.
Yeah,
you're gonna get a bit of both, and it just comes down to how you deal with it, how you manage it, how you mitigate these shitty people, and then how you embrace the great people and the great parts of it.
Yeah.
But when it comes to hashtag Twitch Talk, hashtag Twitch Instagram, so on and so forth. That's where hashtags come into play as to whether you reach other streamers or viewers. Hashtag Fortnite, for example, you're gonna reach other streamers, but at the same time,
but you're also going to get people. Yeah, always 100%. I hashtag the game that I am putting a clip up about.
Definitely.
And I put that usually first and foremost, and then put the rest of them like Twitch Talk, variety streamer, for you page, all that at the bottom.
Yeah. I mean that helps, and those hashtags help you target specific people, specific demographics. And being able to use the right hashtags for your content helps that push towards the right people. So, there's plenty of people out there on TikTok that don't stream, that don't even make content.
No.
They have TikTok specifically for personal entertainment.
Yes.
So,
and it still befuddles me to this day that someone that probably doesn't have like any content at all have like 400 followers or something like that, and like, how does that work?
Yeah. No, you're exactly right. And I'll get a little bit puzzled too. Like, you'll click on their profile, no videos yet. How do you have like 1,000 viewers with no videos yet? Or 1,000 followers?
Yeah.
But I guess that comes down to the like follow for follow scene. Some people get followed by these people, and then they're like, "I'll follow you back."
Yeah.
But I'm very fussy with who I follow back. If I go to their profile and I see content that doesn't interest me, I won't follow them back.
Yeah.
Feel free to follow me. That's fine. I don't care. You're finding my content entertaining, which is great. That's what I want. But I'm not going to follow you back just because you followed me.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I've even seen some people unfollow me and then refollow me just to try and get my attention to follow them back.
Ah, that shit annoys me.
Yeah, it's like, I haven't followed you yet for a reason. Fuck off.
Um, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the app Hover.
Oh yeah, I'm very familiar with Hover, the old follow for follow platform.
Yeah, I kind of went undercover in that because a lot of people saying about how it's all support but support, and they weren't wrong. They weren't wrong. But I got a constant notification of just someone was the same person follow me every day because they just like unfollow me, then unfollow me, and then realize I haven't followed them back,
Yeah.
and then follow me again, then unfollow me, and all that sort of stuff. And I'm like, no.
Yeah. Like one person that's done it to me recently, no names or anything, but all they have is nothing but Fortnite clips. I mean, nothing but Fortnite clips. And I'm just
Yeah,
like,
I can't say too much, but yeah.
but I like Fortnite, but not that much. I don't want to see nothing but Fortnite. You know, I'm on TikTok because I want to see unique streamers doing unique things, playing unique games, or playing games that I enjoy. So I'd like to see a good mixture of stuff. But that's just me personally. You know, so I like to see people with game clips as well as clips of them doing stuff personally. You know, like talking heads
Yeah.
or whatever. You know, but I follow specific people for specific reasons. I'm very fussy when it comes to who I follow. Evac, I think the name is, here on Twitch. He does the same about his graphic design stuff.
Yep. 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 And then they try to spam you on Discord.
Yep.
I've blocked them a few times because they've made like different accounts.
Well, and the worst thing about those graphic designers that you get constant follows and stuff from is like, I look on your profile and it's the exact same pictures that I've seen on the past 200. Like, exact same graphics. Like,
Yeah.
you're clearly a scammer. Get the fuck out of my inbox.
There was someone on TikTok, speaking of graphic designs, they were offering free designs. But then they had an Instagram page. There was nothing on the Instagram, any posted at all about what sort of graphics they do. But when you look at the graphics that they had, it's just all the basic generic, esports logos with the names.
Yep.
And for a fact that they probably either ripped them off someone else,
100%,
or they just using a free logo maker.
Yeah, like you can always tell because a lot of those logo makers will have specific shapes for specific text for specific names. And when that text doesn't fit that shape, it's like you have screenshotted that picture, put some plain old text over the top of it, and now you're telling me that you made it? No.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, no.
Go away.
And you're charging how much for it?
Yeah. Like, I can literally do that I can do better on my phone. Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I'm fussy with my
I pretty much I could do better on Canva.
Oh, 100%. The Phoenix Fire. I'm fussy with my content that comes out as I'm still trying to move over to competitive Pokemon. Dude, if you want to move over to competitive Pokemon, focus on that, hone in on that, and do exactly what you feel like you need to do in order to make that happen. You know, it sounds like you know what you want, so make it happen. You know, all you can do is work towards that and make it happen. Canva for the win, 100% beard and over, 100%.
Yeah,
I'm glad that you introduced me to that.
I was saying before, Nova, to average that my alerts are made through Canva. Because I've tried the purchased stream overlays and that sort of stuff. I even gone and used someone from Fiverr to do my overlays. At the end of the day, it just didn't seem like me.
Yeah.
So I done everything myself.
Yep, and your stuff looks great. You know, you've done an awesome job of putting it together, dude. You should be proud.
Yeah.
You know, it looks really, really good, and it's tailored to you personally, which is brilliant. All my emotes beside the two artist ones, my badges, all the panels in my channel, all Canva, right? I was lucky enough to have met the jury through Bearded Nova, and he made my emotes and stuff as well as my sub-tier badges, which I still need to fix up to the right size. But you know, he did an amazing job, and I'm so over the moon with him, and I'll definitely be hitting him up for the next bunch, without a doubt in my mind. And you know, that's why I've got a little timer that pops up in my chat promoting him, his channel, and for people to go and speak to him about getting emotes done, because he is great, and he draws them all on stream, so you can see what he's doing, and you can make little amendments if you want. You know,
Yeah.
like, oh, instead of doing this that way, can you change it to the other way? You know, little things like that, and that makes it worthwhile. You know,
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 emotes that I've paid that I've paid, but the rest I either made myself or I've drawn myself.
Yeah.
Except for the animated winking one, that got given to me for free. But everything else I've drawn myself. Or made myself.
Yeah. Which is a great quality to have, because you can constantly give yourself new things and new things to offer people, which is brilliant. So Phoenix Fire said that he's found someone who makes emotes and fully trusted, as she made my first emote for free, and now she's making the third emote for me. Oh, nice, dude. That's awesome. Plus, she makes it, then I pay her, as that's how she runs her things, and that's a good thing, you know, because then you're not paying for something that you're not happy with. Shane, what is up, mate? Thank you for the raid, my bro. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. I am the average gamer here on Twitch. Been streaming on Twitch for around a year, and today we're doing average chatter, my just chatting stream, and we've got our special guest on with us, tassiegam3r. So he's from Tasmania, Australia, which is where I just so happen to grow up as well. And you know, I've been in New Zealand for 10 years now, so that's where I'm streaming from today. But welcome in, everyone. Absolute pleasure to have you here with me. And once again, thank you, Shane, for that raid, my friend. Hope you had a great night. What was you streaming? What was you doing? What was you saying? All that good stuff, mate. What was you up to? Fill us in. We want to know. Your shout out says Dragon Ball Z, the legacy of Goku. But I doubt that wasn't what you're playing, because I'm pretty sure you mentioned what you're going to be playing, and I can't remember what it was, because I've got a head like a sieve. Is that the DBZ RPG that isn't too old now? I think it is. I think it is. And Shane says, hi, Tassie.
Hello, Shane. How you doing?
For a business based on numbers, how do you not let it affect you? What do you mean, Phoenix Fire? Can you elaborate on that a little bit more, mate? Just so I can better answer your question.
Are you talking about streaming numbers, like viewers?
I think so. Yes, he's talking about streaming numbers. So, for a business based on numbers, how do you not let it affect you? Well, you go first.
That also kind of covers when I was going to talk about imposter syndrome at some point.
Yeah.
It's hard. You know, some days are good, some days are bad. You're gonna have low numbers. That's always guaranteed.
Yeah.
Because once you're thinking about it this way, well, I was pretty upset for a while where I wasn't getting much in the way of viewerships. You know, I have like over 1,000 followers, and you know, I was just getting like 5-6 viewer average.
Yeah.
But then, you know, I Googled something on I Googled I typed something. I went to search something on Google, about how many people are on Twitch, and apparently there's like over 7 million or 700 million people that have a Twitch account.
Yeah.
But there is over 1 million people that are streaming any given day.
Yep.
So once I looked at that and I went, it's kind of hard not to feel it. I shouldn't feel bad about it, because out of 1 million people, there are that 5 or 6 people that choose to stay and watch you.
Yeah. Which is a pretty good feeling when you think about it that way.
But ever since, my viewer average has gone up since then. And then, but that I put that down to TikTok and Instagram and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Networking, ever since I have turned this into a career, and I've done the serious side of going on social medias. It's been good. Still get my bad days, but I'm still me. I'm still entertaining, or try to be entertaining as possible. Everyone knows that my streams are a safe place for everyone to hang out, even though it can be a little chaotic sometimes.
Yeah.
A lot of the times.
But no, like, it can, it gets everyone down. You do one stream, as you said, Phoenix, 10 viewers. The next stream, 5. Like, you can't help but think, what did I do wrong? Is it me? Is it my content? But at the end of the day, I like to remind myself that we're human. We have lives. We have stuff outside of watching Twitch or streaming on Twitch that we all do. So it could be a matter of, maybe they're out to dinner, maybe they're in bed asleep, maybe they're just waking up and on their way to work. There's any great number of things out there that people are doing that could be distracting them from being in your stream that day.
And that's what I should add too. Sorry. A lot of it has to do with time zones as well.
Yeah, it does.
I stream overnight because that's what is beneficial for me. But at the same time, it's like early morning in America. It's late at night in New Zealand,
Yeah.
I can't exactly expect everyone to be there when I'm streaming when they've got their own thing to deal with.
Exactly. And that's why I stream at this time. So 11 a.m. here for me is 5 p.m. Eastern Standard. So people are getting home from work, or on their way home from work, and they might have time to pull me up on their phone, their TV, or their computer, and just lurk while they're getting changed, having a shower, getting dinner ready, things like that.
Yeah.
But there are also reasons why people might not be able to be here for those same reasons. There could be family events, emergencies that are going on that people can't be here for. People might be unwell. So in that case, Lord Ross, thank you very much for coming by, dude. I appreciate you coming by, even though you're feeling unwell. The support is very, very thankful. I'm very thankful for that. I almost did not English very well.
I hardly English ever, so I'm surprised I'm doing as well as I am now.
But it's, you got to try to ignore the numbers and just go with the fact that you're providing the best content that you can. You're doing it on a regular basis, and you're happy with what you're putting out. Lord Ross, with the gifted sub, thank you very much, my dude. And Shane, congratulations on being the recipient of the gifted sub, my dude. Absolute legend, Lord Ross. Thank you so much, my dude. You didn't have to do that at all, but nonetheless, I'm extremely grateful. Thank you very, very much. Hope you get well soon. I hope that you're out of hospital now, at least, because I know you've been in hospital recently for your pancreatitis, and I hope that's subsided enough for you to be home, at least, in the comfort of your own home. Nice alert sound. Is that new? No, it's been there for a while.
Another thing you can do, and a lot of people say this, is that you can turn your viewers off on your streaming software.
Yeah, yep. Well, I don't have mine on. I have no idea how many viewers I have right now, and that's how I'd like to keep it.
And a lot of people shit on this advice, but I'd still say it's good advice to this day. Talk like there are people there.
Always, yeah. Yep. Like pretend that camera is your best friend. You know, you're sitting there, you're having a conversation with them, you're talking shit with them, you're telling them about your day, you're telling them about the game you're playing, you're telling them about everything. You know, that camera is your best mate sitting right there in front of you. You're having a beer together, and you're talking absolute pure shit. You know, that can be some of the best content you can put out, whether you got 1 viewer or 1 million. I mean, if you had 1 million, your chat would be going a trillion miles an hour, but you know what I mean.
Oh, you would 1 million that you'd be hard to catch up with.
Oh yeah.
But if you're starting out and you're still like if you're starting out, or if you're a small streamer, always talk like there's heaps of people there. Even if it's just like you're talking like there's one person there, you're still talking.
Yeah, and that's it. And Mr. Osiris, he says he needs to turn his off, his view account. It's actually stopped me from hitting that go live button. So if watching that counter stops you from doing something that you really do enjoy, turn it off. And just, like I said, pretend that camera is your best mate. I mean, 9 times out of 10, Mr. Osiris, I'm right there with you. You know, so talk to me, you know. And then when other people pop in, just keep doing what you do. You know, Mr. Osiris, you put out entertaining content. Your streams are entertaining. You know, we both love playing Sea of Thieves, and that game alone gives us great content and great things to talk about within a great community. The Sea of Thieves community is awesome, and you know, maybe you need to play around with some different times as well. You know, like I know you work through the night and then get home in the morning, so it can be hard to want to do those morning streams, but maybe have it as an option. You know, throw down a 1 or 2 hour stream of the morning.
Set a schedule.
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Osiris, he drives trucks, so he.
Oh well, I mean, it's probably if you have a chance to do it, like if you got like days off here or there, set yourself a schedule, like to say, I'm going to be streaming on these days. This is how long I'm going to go for.
Yeah, even play with other games. You know, if you don't have, because I know Sea of Thieves, you need to really put aside at least 3 to 4 hours.
Oh god, yeah. I love the game. It just can be really long.
Yeah. You know, so if you don't have time for that, play some Apex, play some Fortnite. There's plenty of other games out there we can play together on a 2-hour time frame, or even just by yourself.
Yeah.
So Phoenix Fire says, since I've gone back to work, I feel like I'll have something to talk about on stream. And I was at work, and I was like, I have an idea for a channel trailer. There you go. You know, open up a little notes on your phone. You know, I've got notes on my phone in my notepad. If I have a stream idea, whether I'm just laying in bed or whether I'm doing something, it's there, and I can jot down that idea and I won't forget it.
Most of my ideas come from when I'm in bed or asleep.
Or even in the shower.
Mostly when I'm asleep, because I'm an overthinker, and my brain just goes a million miles a second, and then idea just pops up and went, that's just fucking genius, and then I'll probably forget about it the next day.
You do, yeah. And that's why I started that notepad on my phone, so I can write these ideas down at those times. So Tunable Shane says, even if there's no one there, still talk. 100%, dude, 100%. That would be a cool stream to see him driving around his truck. I mean, it would be, but I think Twitch has rules where you can't stream while you're driving. I think. I'm not 100% on that. I know TikTok does, but I'm not 100% sure about Twitch. But usually they put it down to cover their own ass in case there's an accident.
Yeah. I'm not entirely sure about it these days.
Mr. Osiris says, I prefer morning, definitely. I've got a rolling roster, so it can be hard, but I'm keen to throw some Dragon Ball Z streams up. There you go, dude. There you go. I was going to stream my travels, but I'm usually batshit drunk or heavily tired. I mean, batshit drunk, that could be entertaining.
Uh,
Oh, you
yeah.
Oh, that's right. The Lord Ross here, he's got this mad tattoo going of Dragon Ball Z. So I'm dead keen to see that get finished. I think there's actually
That'd be
some
sick.
pictures in the Average Army Discord already of it, and unless he's DM'd them to me, I can't remember whether they were DMs or in one of the channels. But wow, it is a cool tattoo. I'll get banned. No. I reckon that there would be some cool streams left, right, just to do from your phone. And you can even do phone overlays on Twitch. From, when you start up a stream on your phone or whatever, you can actually put overlays on your phone specifically for mobile streams. So definitely look into that if you're thinking about it. Alright, so back to our questions. In your experience as a streamer, what are the best social media platforms to use and why, in your opinion?
Lately, TikTok.
Definitely TikTok. TikTok is king at the moment for a good majority of people.
YouTube Shorts.
Mm-hmm.
Instagram Reels. That's a bit of a hit and miss sometimes.
Can be, yeah.
And also, you go for I call it the four. And so you go TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter.
Yep.
They're the four main ones that I use.
Yeah.
Good way to network. I've the amount of people that especially like partner streamers that follow me on Twitch because they found me through Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
It's just unbelievable. Same with TikTok. But yeah, first and foremost, like I always post TikTok first, and then I use a program called Snaptic that allows me to download the TikTok without the watermark.
Yep. Snaptic is great for repurposing your TikToks. Perfect for that.
So yeah, then I use that to go upload to Instagram and then YouTube, and then probably some of the time Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I haven't tried. I've signed up for Repurpose.
Yep.
I haven't tried it yet.
Yeah, so like, I'm a tight ass. I like free things. Repurpose,
Yeah.
you got to pay for, and so I'm a little bit hesitant on using it because at the moment Twitch is my only income, so I can never fully guarantee that I'm going to be able to pay for it. So I
Yeah.
don't want to rely on something for 1 month, and then the next month I can't pay for it. I'm like, well, what do I do?
Yeah. No, absolutely.
But Repurpose is great. Morph has been promoting the shit out of it, which makes me really, 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 really want it. And Beard and Over has been using it recently too, which makes me want it even more. Because it does look very useful, and I've seen, I can 100% see the benefits to it. It's just like, I just don't know if I'm going to be able to afford it every month or
Yeah.
every week,
No,
or whatever.
yeah.
So that puts me off a little bit, but I'm pretty consistent with my posting. Lately I've been a little bit slack on TikTok, but in saying that, my four are basically the same as yours, but a slightly different order. So like TikTok is my number one.
Yep.
Straight up. Second one would be Twitter. Third one would be Instagram. Fourth, YouTube.
Yep. I actually have a fifth one.
Oh yeah.
I completely forgot about it. Not many people know about this app.
Ooh, here we go. Insights.
It's a app called GGWP Academy.
Okay, elaborate.
So basically, and then this is not a plug at all. Absolutely 100% not a plug, but it's like a little app. You can't see it.
Okay.
It has videos for if you to watch and to help like coaching.
Okay.
So that you go some like how to work with brands, how to do collabs, um, what to do for when you start streaming, or and that sort of stuff. And each video that you watch, you get XP.
Okay.
And every time that you earn XP, you get chances to get something what they call a gig.
Yep.
Which is like a chance at sponsorships and that sort of stuff.
Okay. Well, Bearded Nova has asked, how have you found GGWP?
I found GGWP through a friend on through a friend on Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah, no, like their gigs have been somewhat lacking lately. I will say that.
Yeah.
But I will still stand by them. Because this I can't put it up. This mouse here, the Mad Catz R6 Plus.
Right.
That was a sponsorship deal that was through GGWP.
Okay.
Might
have to check this out.
I was able. I've been somewhat sponsored from 2KNZ to play The Quarry on stream. A lot of other things as well.
I'm definitely going to have to check this out and have a look at it after stream and see what it's about, because I've never heard of it until just now.
Yeah.
I'm very interested to see how it works and what it does. So PS2 uses it, okay, and Super Mario 2. I just have no success with the platform yet. I'm sure it'll come. Grow back phone? No worries, dude. No worries. Okay, so it's sort of like what, a mix between, say, Hover and TikTok, kind of, is it? Or
No,
No?
neither.
Neither.
No,
Okay.
absolutely not. You there's no support anyway. You just basically there's tips for you to look at if you want to learn how to grow.
Right.
How to manage the social media, collaborations. There's ones like working with branded campaigns, how to grow your audiences, how to network professionally.
Okay.
There is a premium version which unlocks a lot more, like videos,
Right.
but you still sign up for free, which gives you a lot of videos to learn.
Okay.
Also, you can set yourself goals in your profile.
Right.
And every time you reach a goal, you earn XP that way as well.
So, do you post your own videos on there? Or is it purely just to learn from what's on there?
It's just purely just to learn.
Okay.
You don't post any videos at all.
Okay.
So basically, what I have on stream now is basically what I've learned through GGWP. Not only just GGWP, but through other people on TikTok as well.
Yep. Interesting. Okay, so that's a good social media, well, not social media platform, but it's a good platform to look at in order to be able to learn more, to grow yourself and your channel, and to set goals in order to help that growth. So that's definitely one resource that you would recommend, I guess. But is there any other like resources or extensions or tools when it comes to streaming that you have used or do use that you would recommend to people?
I don't know. I can only think of probably GGWP.
Yep.
YouTube tutorials.
YouTube tutorials are very useful. They've helped me a lot with Touch Portal.
TikToks. They've helped me a lot with like Mix It Up Bot
Yeah. Oh, mix it
and
up.
what I can.
Wow.
Well, there you go. There's another tool resource. Mix It Up Bot.
Yep. Folks, if you don't use Mix It Up Bot, I do suggest checking it out. So, recently Morph had one of the developers of Mix It Up on his stream, the show. So I do recommend looking up Morph Games. Let me do a shout out for him, so you can get the link. Go check him out, folks. Go through his videos and look for the one where he's interviewing the developer of Mix It Up Bot, where they talk about Mix It Up, and you'll learn a lot about Mix It Up and what it's for. But what it is that you can set up commands, you can set up alerts and overlays and things like that. Like I use Mix It Up Bot for this redeem here. We'll use that one there. Show me your war face. So I use Mix It Up Bot for this.
Sir, yes, sir! Let me see your war face. Sir, you got a war face? Ah! That's a war face! Now let me see your war face! Ah! Bullshit! You didn't convince me! Let me see your real war face! Ah! You don't scare me!
Love it. So you can do so much with Mix It Up Bot, and the more you learn, the more you can do. The possibilities are almost endless.
And Mix It Up, I have like their like community commands.
Yeah. Yep.
Which I've used. I have one that is called Useless Facts as a channel point redemption, which someone redeems it and it just spits out a useless fact.
Yeah, right.
And I just find it funny because it's something that you go, really?
Good night, Shane. Thank you very much for coming by, mate. And thank you for that raid once again. Have a good night's rest, dude. I will talk to you later, sir. And also wish Malibu a good night for me as well. And I hope you guys have had a great day. And again, I hope you had a great stream, dude. Thank you so much. But yeah, Mix It Up Bot is brilliant. And those useless facts you're talking about is just one of the many things you can do on there.
Yeah.
I can use that to set up commands for my mods where they can change my scenes from starting soon to live to be right back, whatever. I can set them up with a production desk, so to speak. Definitely
the can I get a high air command that I have. I don't know. Channel point redemption.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you seen do that? That?
I haven't used it yet, no, but now I will.
Everyone knows if you on TikTok, the trending sound that was like around.
Oh yeah.
I had like this idea that what if I took that as a channel point redemption, but then I have like my camera go red and it has some sort of hellish looking stuff on it, and then at the end when it gets to the real heavy part, it's just the camera shakes.
Oh, cool.
Filters through OBS and Mix It Up.
This is Mr. Torg saying that I'm really hungry. Somebody bring me a sandwich. End of the announcement.
But yeah, you can do so much with it. It's just your limit is your knowledge, but that can be extended through watching the tutorials on YouTube.
Yeah,
100%. Or even talk to Morph about it. Morph knows so much about Mix It Up. He's a partner, representative of Mix It Up Bot.
Yep.
So no, if there's anything you ever need to know, Morph is your man as well. So going on to some advice on engagement and entertaining your audience. What are some things that you can suggest to people when it comes to ambassador? I think that's the word I was looking for, Shay. Thank you very much. I couldn't think of the word. I was just I just grabbed anything. But what is some advice on engagement and entertaining your audience that you can give to other streamers, new streamers?
It said that if before affiliate, because you don't get a channel points until you actually are affiliate. Be productive with chat. Talk to chat. Talk in general. Talk about the game. Goals. That sort of stuff. Get out of this grind mindset.
Absolutely.
Because I say this, and even though I am affiliate is not the be all to end all.
No.
Well, I always say build your community, get that audience in. And if it happens, it happens, you know. It's going to happen, but just don't try to rush it.
Yeah. No, that's exactly right, and it sort of grinds me a little bit when I hear people say it's a grind.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, if it's something that you really enjoy, it shouldn't be a grind. It's more of a journey, you know, a pathway.
But I see people that say I'm grinding to affiliate, and my instant bang thought is they're only just in it for the money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, and I'm going to sound controversial on this one. I've seen it too many times. Please don't ever quit your 9-to-5 job to become a full-time streamer.
100%.
The amount of people that I've seen on TikTok posting about, hey, I just quit my 9-to-5 job to chase my dream to become a full-time streamer. Unless you have some sort of financial backup, don't ever do it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the reason I'm not working at the moment is because I lost my job due to COVID. And also I've got some mental and physical health issues that are preventing me from doing my trade-based job. So
yeah,
this is my alternative for now until I can find another job, probably next year. But yeah, don't ever leave your job if you're physically capable of working to stream. Unless you have a steady income from merchandise, sponsors, and your stream, there's no way you can manage it. It's not a viable income at the end of the day at all.
No. I've been streaming for what did we say, 6 years? But you know, it's just only the last few months where I've decided to turn it into a career. But that's because of my health issues, and just that I can help better my life, better my daughter's life, to help provide for her.
Yeah, exactly, Nova. Simple sponsorship is your salary, Twitch is the bonus. Exactly. And we, you know, me and Nova spoke about this as well when he was on here. You know, sponsorship and merch is the salary.
Yeah.
You know, and Twitch, you pay out from that. That's the bonus income. You know, if you make it or not.
Actually, speaking of merch, don't thinking that you're going to be don't make your merch straight away.
No.
If you just started streaming, because a lot of people are not going to know who you are unless it's going to be some really artistic or really stand out kind of merch. No one's going to know who you are. No one's going to think about, you know, what sort of merch you have. I made that mistake when I started streaming back in the days, or when I was starting YouTube. Like, no one knew who I was, and I was making merch.
Yeah, you know, and I made the same mistake. I made merch through Streamlabs here, and I haven't sold a damn thing. But it's also very plain and boring merch, and it might not be very good quality either. So when I'm ready and when I feel like I'm going to be able to start selling some, I'm going to be switching over to Streamer Apparel, which is the same company that Bearded Nova uses. They make some really top quality stuff, and they work with you on a personal level. It's a person that you talk to rather than going through an automated system or, you know, like filling out paperwork sort of thing.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'll be making that change once I'm confident that I'm going to be able to start selling something. But yeah, that's a little bit further down the road yet, but we will get there. But so for now, I'll stick to my shitty Streamlabs merch.
I mean, you got it on your panel, so you know, at least you're trying to do something.
Yeah, it's there if people would like some. You know, there's cups, there's hats, there's hoodies, there's shirts. You know.
Yeah.
But you know, when it comes to advice and engagement on entertaining your audience, it's definitely important to keep talking, as we spoke about before, and to have interactive things like mix it up bot redeems or sound alerts or things like that. All different sorts of engagement, all sorts of different interactivity with you and your stream.
Yeah.
Things like crowd control can be fun as well. I haven't used crowd control yet because I don't tend to play games where it's integrated with.
Yeah.
But if anyone out there does play games that have the ability to use crowd control, I do recommend using it because it just adds another element of fun for your audience to have with you while you're playing the game. They can flip your screen upside down, invert your controls, or all sorts of things like that. Also, things like voice mod are a great way to have interactivity with your audience. They can pay bits or channel points, or even for free, to change your voice to a higher pitch or a robot or an alien or whatever. So that's just another thing that you can do.
Another one is Dixper.
Dixper, yep, that's another good one as well. I've been meaning to look into that. I think SAX Phoenix in here, he uses it. Oh, yeah, Mr. Osiris loves voice mod. He's got all kinds of stuff. He's got this fancy mic where he can put all these different sounds and voices through his microphone, and it makes for some great fun on CFDs when you hide on someone else's shit and you put on a different voice and mess with another player.
Yeah.
And that's another way to sort of create great content, and people can interact with that. They can make you do that as well, which is great. And Dixper, also, as you said, another great way to create interactivity between you, the streamer. Hey, Menzies, what's up, dude?
I played Outlast on Sunday.
Yep.
And I thought for that extra bit of spice, if someone wanted to try to scare me, I had Dixper on.
Oh yeah.
And I had a thing that was called the Terror 2022 collection. And it was just all basically mainly jump scares. No one used it, which is fine. But I had it there because it was going to be entertaining for my audience to try to scare me.
That's it. And the possibility is there. Whether it's used or not, it's there to be used if someone would like to. And as we said, that adds another element of interactivity. It adds another element of engagement, because not only do they interact with you, but you can have banter with your chat about that. Like when someone scares the shit out of me, I'm like, fuck you. Like, I'm going to ban you for that. Or I'm going to time your ass out.
Someone scares me, I go, oh, you fucking cunt. Oh, my heart.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so much can come out of these things, including content for other social media platforms.
Yeah.
Dixper can go to hell. See, there we go. He loves to use that, but he also hates being jump scared or something. I've got him a couple of good times with it. I'm good. I don't need more jump scares in my life. Hope you're having a great stream. Keep slaying. Content is on point. I appreciate that, Menzies, and thank you so much for coming by. You're an absolute legend, dude. And I'll tell you what, when you're one of the streams that I look up to. I mean, folks, you've got to go by Menzies' stream, check out his channel, and if you like what you see, which I absolutely can guarantee you will, hit that follow. He's a great dude. And I always like to call him the king of hype, because I tell you what, he is. You roll up in there with a raid, he's going to start throwing dollar notes around like it's nothing. Absolute legend out there in the streaming world, and he's a great dude. So definitely go by and say hello. I'm only so many jump scares away from a heart attack. I feel that. People get me when I'm in Sea of Thieves. I'll be quietly travelling along the seas, enjoying the view. And then it's boom! And my heart nearly explodes. I mean, there's a few TikToks out there of my reactions to it. So when I get frightened and I call you swear words, it's your own fault.
Actually, speaking of TikToks, that just gave me an idea.
So, excuse me. So we're going to move on to the subject of taking breaks. Taking breaks and taking time off of streaming, content creation and all that is very important to prevent that horrible thing we call burnout. So how often would you suggest personally taking breaks?
When you feel like that you're burnt out.
Yeah. You got to listen to your mind and your body,
Exactly. Yeah. Listen to that 100%. I always try to take a break, like a mini holiday, say every few months or so.
Yep. Definitely.
I take my daughter down to see my family. They live in a rural area.
Yep.
So I'm away basically with no hardly any phone service or anything like that. So I'm away mainly from social media. You know, I'm not worrying about what's happening on Twitter or Twitch Twitter, or you know, sometimes I'll probably have enough service to scroll through TikTok. But it's a good chance for me to recharge my battery and then come back with a fresh mind and all that sort of stuff.
Absolutely. And like in that time off too, you get that time to sort of be more creative. You know, you start thinking about things that you can change, things that you can add, things that you can take away, all sorts of stuff. You know, it gives you time to get those creative juices flowing and think about stuff without the pressure of still putting out content or without the pressure of going live. Breaks are key, 100%, Menzies. You know, I'd like to say, you know, if people ask me how often to take breaks, I always say take at least one scheduled stream off per month, at the bare minimum.
I have 2 days where I don't stream.
Yeah.
Because I can't do 7 days a week. You know, or for 4 hours a day, because I do 4-hour streams. That's the majority of the hours that I do.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, like I said to you, right, like today's my day off.
Yep.
Because today is my day that I have my daughter, and that's her time to spend with me. We have dinner. She usually half the time just plays Roblox on my computer, but at the same time, that's her time.
That's it. And as Menzies just said here, like it gives you stuff to chat about too, and your community will love to hear what you've been up to. You know, having that time off, like you could come back and be like, "Oh, me and my daughter got up to this. We went to this place and did that. We went for a walk up through this trail, or you know, we went on a bike ride and did this and that." And, you know, all sorts of things like that. And then if people want to know more, you can be, "Oh, cool! I'll put up some pictures in the Discord." Like recently, me and Mrs. Average, we went to a beautiful place here called Wanaka. And, you know, I took some time off streaming and content creation for that. I made sure I had some TikToks batched so I could still post stuff to TikTok or social media.
Yeah.
But I wasn't actively making it. And, you know, when I came back to streaming, I was telling people all about it. I was showing off pictures on Google and, you know, like, this is where we went, this is what I seen. You know, I put some pictures that I took and videos that I took in Discord. So, you know, I was sharing some of my IRL stuff, some of my life and what I do outside of streaming with my community, and I'm pretty sure that people enjoyed seeing that and hearing about it, you know, and it just lets people know that you're not a machine, you know, you're not streaming, content creating 24/7 non-stop, and you know, it's okay to slow down.
Yeah.
And
100%.
It also comes back to spending time with your partner, with your family, with your children, and things like that. Just like you do. You know, you go out and you'll spend time with your daughter away from everything, and you'll focus on family. But you're also creating stories that you can bring back and give to your community too, which is great.
Yeah.
Was that Narnia? No, it wasn't Narnia. There is a place not far from here called Castle Hill where they did film Narnia, though.
There's only there's like a few select people that I trust that know my daughter's real name.
Yeah.
And but everyone else knows that I have a daughter. but they don't know. Like, sure enough, they don't have that, but they're just curious about how she's going and
Yeah.
what and that sort of stuff.
Exactly. Menzies Media says it's crazy because as streamers, a lot of the time there's that feeling about breaking consistency and hurting your numbers. But the most important is being happy, healthy, and balanced, so you can be yourself and give your best. Exactly. And that's the point I like to try and make as well. You know, take that time, live life. You know, it's not all about this. This is just a hobby that we do on the side that just so happens to bring us in new friendships, new relationships, and just another story element to our life. So absolutely agree.
See, it's different for me because this is just basically my career at the moment. But at the same time, if it's a job that you don't enjoy, then it's not really. If you enjoy what you're doing, it's not really a job.
No, exactly. Yeah. That's why I like
but the moment that you have to start doing everything 24/7, it just becomes like, if I can use an example, I was working in warehousing 7 years ago. I lost my job. I started in another warehouse, and then that cycle that I had when my previous job was repeating over and over again. And it just got to the point where I went, I need to try something new. Because I wasn't happy because I just got stuck in this repetitive cycle. And the same can be said with content creating and that sort of stuff. The moment that you're stuck in a cycle, it just becomes something that you don't enjoy.
Exactly right. Yep. And the moment you don't enjoy it, you don't feel like doing it anymore, you lose the passion for it, and next thing you know, you just don't want to do it anymore. Which is sad. But onto our next question, which is about trolls and bullying. They're horrible people. There's horrible people out there in the street.
Yeah, there is.
Media world. So, what are some methods that you use to deal with trolls and bullies, things like that? These horrible people that try to ruin our days.
I have come to the point where I have a zero tolerance to bullying or trolls. Banhammer.
Yep.
The moment that you come in and you start trolling or you start bullying other people in the community, you're out.
Yep.
Because streaming for me is a safe place, and I like to make my community a safe place for other people to hang out as well.
Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely.
So it wasn't always like that. I did have a lot of trolls back in the day that did get to me.
Oh yeah.
In a lot of ways. It did affect me mentally and all that sort of stuff. But I just woke up one day and I'm like, I just have a zero tolerance for bullies now.
Yep.
And troll.
We've all got that one troll or bully, or even a few that have made an impact on us. But I feel like that impact has caused us to grow and develop a way of dealing with them. Like you said, you woke up one morning and you just went, nah, fuck them, I've had enough. And you've now just like, see ya, gone. Whereas other people develop the mindset of, I'm going to clap back at these guys. They start giving it back on stream.
And I had someone in my chat recently, I can't remember what day it was then, and they were talking about I was talking about how I got follow botted and talking about trolls, and they went, oh, bring the trolls over here then, I'll clap back at them. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Just no.
Yeah. You don't need your chat doing it, because that can cause toxicity, which can cause uncomfortable environments in your stream. And, we don't want that. If you want a safe, happy place, you don't want that.
No.
Some streamers like to clap back as well, which can make great content, mind you. Not
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
lie, it can make
Yeah.
great content.
Oh yeah.
Content.
Content. Yeah. I'd say one of one of the good people that are good for that, for clapping back and making good content out of that is Unholy. I don't know if you've seen her on
I
TikTok.
haven't, no.
She gets a lot of trolls because she's a Satanist.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, and it's the immediate clapback, and I just find that shit so funny.
I'll have to check her out because I do love a good clapback, especially when it's a real good burn and it puts people in their place.
She's an interesting girl. She is a nice girl too. I met her because she commented on one of my videos I was talking about on TikTok about how someone came in and asked me to play a game with them. Didn't know him from a bar of soap.
Yep.
And I said, you know, am I in the wrong for saying no? And she just said, you know, I couldn't stitch this because it was like over a minute long. And I'm like, that's not my fault. That's TikTok's fault.
Yeah.
She even asked me permission to use my video to make her point across on her for her side of things.
Mhm.
But you know, she was like, you know, you're not in the wrong.
Yeah.
But you know, we follow each other on TikTok. She follows me now on Twitch, Twitter, and I think Instagram as well.
Yep. Oh, that's good.
And the amount her content, her clapbacks, has gotten her to where she is now. She's now a Twitch partner.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Good on her. You know, it can be risky playing games with people that you don't know. You know, like, it tends to happen to me when I play Fortnite. The odd person will come in and be like, "Oh, can I play? Can I play?" It's like, I don't know you. Like, sometimes I'll take the chance if they've been talking in chat for a good amount of time and they seem nice enough. Sometimes I'll take that chance. But if it's into the chat, first time chatter, can I play with you? No prior conversation. Chances are I'm not going to let that happen because you just don't know which way it's going to go. Are they going to be nice? Are they going to be fun? Or are they going to be, you know, racist? Or are they going to be rude? Or, you know, say things that you don't want on your stream?
I something like that. Like, and plus, you don't know how old they are.
That too.
They could be a kid.
Yep.
That sort of thing left a bad taste in my mouth when myself and a friend was playing with a 13-year-old. We were playing a game, and then just out of nowhere, he just called us a couple of pedos, and I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, and you can't have that because that can make you look bad, which we can't afford. As streamers, we can't afford that sort of those sorts of accusations. I mean, that's just horrible. You know, and that can have a permanent scar on us and on our channels.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and especially if it's not deserved at all, that's even bloody worse. But you know, like at the end of the day, I think it's the safest thing to do is just to let people into your games that you know or that you've had decent conversation with prior to them joining. If you have, like, my methods of dealing with bullies and trolls now are, as Nova said, banhammer, straight up, not even a chance to breathe. See you later, out the gate. You know, and that's what I do from now on. That's my way of dealing with them. It's a rough world out there, and it's just the easiest way to deal with the issue.
Yeah, I had to ban someone recently, because they said something in German, and we're trying to. It sounded similar to when I looked at it. It looked similar to a word that we shouldn't be saying on Twitch at all.
Oh, okay.
But you know, I didn't say the word because I wasn't sure, so I had Google translated it, and sure enough, it was that word. And as soon as I found out, I was like, ban, goodbye.
Yep. I feel like we need a quick translate option on Twitch. I'm not sure if there is one or not, but we need like a quick translate option where if someone comes in using another language and we're primarily English, or you know, if someone's primarily German, it translates to German from English or whatever other language. But I feel like we need a translation thing for that reason. Because if someone comes in using another language we don't speak, we don't know what the hell they're saying. We don't know if it's offensive. So, you know, we need something that translates these other languages into languages that we speak or understand so that we can mitigate any possible offensive acts. But, you know, we'll move on from trolls and bullies and all those horrible people to, you know, another issue that tends to affect most streamers, which is imposter syndrome. Which, for those who don't know what imposter syndrome is, it's defined as doubting your abilities and feeling like a fraud. And it tends to affect high-achieving people who find it difficult to accept accomplishments, or even just normal people who find it hard to accept their accomplishments. So, have you ever felt that or had to deal with that at all? And how did you deal with it? And, you know, reaffirm yourself that you do deserve to be doing what you're doing.
Mine's not so much, you know, not accepting accomplishments. Mine is more so feeling defeated, that because I feel like that, you know, people don't like me.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I am a high achiever. I tend to put a lot of creativity into what I do. And so we'll use an example. Recently, Twitch ANZ just announced they're doing a subfest in November.
Yeah, I seen that and I was like, where did this come from?
Apparently, you know, a lot of Aussie and New Zealand streamers got an invite, an email, like a notification.
Rude.
I kind of felt defeated because I'm like, why wasn't I invited?
Yeah.
But then I, at the same time, like, you know, I felt like at the same time, like, the Tasmania just feels like it's been left out of a lot of things when it comes to like
left out of shit.
When it comes to like the ANZ type of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, they have a grassroots program, and no one from Tasmania has been selected to do that yet.
Right.
Or and that sort of stuff. So I was really, really fucking defeated that day, you know. But then, you know, I just felt like that all my effort is for nothing. And then, you know, one of my friends is like, no, it's not for nothing.
Not at all.
And then I just kind of like woke up like, you know, you're absolutely right. Like, you know, I have had opportunities that most other people haven't had yet. You know, I've got sponsorships for a gaming mouse. I have sponsorship for games. I have I've been raising money for mental health. I end up being like, we did September.
Yep.
We did an Are You OK month with GGWP, and I end up being like the third most, a third on the list of the most money raised out of that bunch of people. And because of that, that's gone noticed with another streamer who has invited me to take part in a weekend raising money for Are You OK again and mental health.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you soon as and it takes a few words, like words of reinformation from someone else to kind of wake you up to realize that, okay, yes, maybe you're not going to be part of something else.
Yeah.
That's a thing, but you've done a lot of other things that are important yourself. A lot of things, so like most of the stuff, you know, a lot of things I've chased, that I've gone for, that haven't come to me, and then for them to turn around and say, yes, we'll do this, you know, it's an achievement in itself.
100% it is. And you should definitely be proud of, you know, having something that you've put out there, you've created, you've built, that people have seen, enjoyed, and they want that to be representative of their company or their brand. Because that means that you really are building something special.
Yeah.
And you really are building something unique that people genuinely do enjoy. And that's definitely something to be proud of. And it shows that you're on the right path and you're doing the right things.
Yeah, exactly.
So when it comes to imposter syndrome, it's those kinds of things you need to look at that will reaffirm that you do deserve to be doing what you're doing. It reaffirms that you are doing good things and that people do enjoy what you do. So excuse me. That's one way that you can keep that imposter syndrome at bay, or at least fend it off. Because even though that moment of doubt comes by, just look back at where you started as opposed to where you are. That should do a pretty good job of being like, hey, you're fucking killing it out there, dude.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, we all do deal with imposter syndrome in some way, shape, or form at some point of our streaming career, or even within the workplace. So the best thing you can do is just look where you started as opposed to where you are, and that should be enough to show you what you've achieved and what you've done, what you've built, what you've created. And look at your numbers. Numbers aren't important, but the numbers will reinforce the fact that you've come from nothing to something.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they do at least do that for you. Alright, so we're probably going to start wrapping things up here. We've gone half an hour over what I usually do, so we've had some bloody great conversations, not going to lie. So, give us a bit of a plug, mate, for your channel. Why should people come to your streams and watch you? Like, tell us all about yourself and, why people should come and see the Tassie Gamer. Other than the legendary fact that you're from a beautiful state and an amazing country.
If you like a bit of chaos, but at the same time, you want a safe place to hang out, everyone's more than welcome to come over to my stream. We stream every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday. Starting at 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Australian Eastern Daylight Time, because we're in daylight savings now.
Yep.
Everyone's more than welcome, no matter any name, shape, or form.
Absolutely. And I can.
We're definitely LGBTQIA plus friendly.
Absolutely, and I can attest to that as well. One of the most comfortable, safe, entertaining, welcoming, and warming channels that I've been to is Tassie's channel. So, folks, please hit that link that I dropped in the chat just there. Go by Tassie's channel, check out his content, check out his next live when he hits that live button, and I'm sure you'll like what you see. Have a great conversation with the bro here, just like I have today, and hit that follow button.
Oh, well, I'd say, I love talking. If anybody needs advice, I say that within reason. Okay, we're Twitch streamers. We're not your therapist.
Exactly. We can give advice based on our own personal experiences, but at the end of the day, we're no professional. We can only speak from personal experience.
Yeah, but if you feel down, or and you need someone to talk to, someone is always in the chat that's willing to talk. If I'm busy or I'm concentrating on a game, I do catch up on chat. That's
That's one thing I can give you out of, if I was to say anything, you do keep on top of chat very damn well.
I have the thing where I read chat.
Yep.
Out loud.
Yep.
Because if I was to do like upload the VOD to say YouTube or something like that, I don't seem crazy if I'm just sitting there going, oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm the same. I'll read it out for that exact same reason. Some people might not be able to see the chat, so you read it out and then reply to it, so you don't seem too crazy.
Yeah. Feel free to stop by.
Yep.
Like, I'm not forcing people to follow. If you like my content, by all means, any support is appreciated.
Absolutely. But dude, thank you so much for joining me on Average Chatter today.
Thank you for having me.
It's been an absolute honour to have not only a fellow streamer and content creator, but a fellow Tasmanian join me here. Purely by chance that we met, but I'm glad we bloody did.
No worries.
And I look forward to seeing you next live, my dude. When are you live next?
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night? There you go, folks. So make sure you keep an eye out for Tassie. Head by his channel, check out his next live. What will you be playing?
I think I've got Dying Light on the cards.
Dying Light, nice. There we go, a little bit of spookiness.
Just one of the games that's in my library that I haven't even finished yet. So
yep. I have started that once, but I don't deal well with horror, so yeah.
I love horror.
All right, mate, I'm going to wrap things up here and send out a lovely raid. Thank you very much for joining me once again, and folks, keep an eye out for Tassie and his next live playing some Dying Light, and I'll see you guys next time.
Goodbye, chat.
Thank you very much, mate. There we go. No, don't leave. I'm not leaving yet. But guys, thank you everyone for your love and support today. It's been amazing, and we definitely had some great chats there with Tassie. He's an awesome dude, awesome streamer, awesome content creator, and I do recommend checking him out, not only here on Twitch, but also over on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. So make sure you go and check him out. I'll give him another shout out. Again, just so you can get that link for his Twitch, keep an eye out for his next live, folks. He's a great dude, as you just seen. Well done, brother. Awesome stream. I appreciate that, Menzies. It's great to have you come by, dude. It really is. Yeah, as I said, you're one of the streamers that I look up to and sort of model myself offwards. Offwards? I can't English that well. My main language, and I can't even speak it right. But you're one of the streamers that I model myself towards, and, you know, your content is amazing, your streams are amazing, and you yourself as a person are amazing. The king of hype, folks. Make sure you go and check out Menzies. So once again, there's Menzies' link. Make sure you go by the channel, say hello, tell him the average gamer sent you English average. Make sure you tell him the average gamer sent you his way. But as you may have seen on social media, folks, so if you're not following our socials, here's the links. But as you may have seen, I'm not going to be doing any other scheduled streams this week, just because I've got some painting work to do. I've got to go and paint a bathroom ceiling, and so I'll be making up for those. So keep an eye on socials. I'll be announcing when I'm doing my makeup streams. I'll probably be in my evenings, which is early morning for stateside and Canada. Probably late mornings, early afternoons for, you know, England and so on and so forth. But keep an eye out. I will be playing some games. I don't know what, I don't know when, but keep an eye out, and they will be happening, because I do want to make it up to you guys for the 2 scheduled streams that I'll be missing. So there's no Sea of Thieves stream tomorrow, and there's also no Assassin's Creed / Fortnite stream.
Follow me, everything is alright.
Thank you for
I'll
the
be
follow,
the
my
one
friend.
to tuck you in at
Welcome to the
night.
Average
And
Army.
if you want to
Always good to see some new
leave,
people
I can
come on.
Sometimes it may be
guarantee
good, sometimes it may be
you
shit.
won't find nobody else like me.
But once again, thank you very much, whole lot of what for the follow. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate everybody that came by the stream and showed that love and support. Menzies with the stuff. Menzies with the stuff. Hold it down. Hold it high. Hold the party. Thank you so much, my dude. Thank you so much. Really mixed up those sounds there, didn't I? I was a little bit premature on the button press with the sound alert. No, we had all the sounds happening. But thank you so much, Menzies, for that sub, my dude. I appreciate it so much, man. It really does mean a lot that you've come by. It really does mean a lot that everyone's come and hang out with me and Tassie today and had some really great conversations about one thing we love, streaming and creating content right here on Twitch, and also TikTok and Instagram and Twitter and all those other awesome places. So, keep an eye out on those socials, folks, once again. And I will be seeing you as soon as I can. Next week, we'll be back to our normal schedule, and I'll see you guys then. So thank you so much. Hold tight for that raid, and we'll see who we're raiding out to. Whole lot of what with the... Hell yeah! Here we go. Gifted sub, Sharky. Let's go, man. Thank you so much for the gifted sub. I appreciate you very, very much. And Sharky, of course, congratulations on being the recipient of that gifted sub. Dude, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming in, hitting me with that follow, then following up strong with the gifted sub. Absolute legend. Thank you so much. But yeah, next week back to normal, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for me, which is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for you guys on the other side of the world. And we'll be playing the, we'll be doing Average Chatter again, followed up by some Assassin's Creed Valhalla and Fortnite on the Friday, and Sea of Thieves on the Thursday. We love setting sail out here, folks. So I'll see you guys next time. Hold on tight for that raid, like I said. I'll see you guys later. Keep an eye out on socials. Do it.